The followers of Ali were hanged on the gallows and were not removed from there till their bodies decomposed. They were then burned, and their ashes were scattered in the air. The people were prohibited from naming their sons Ali, Hassan, or Hussein. The Bani Abbas regime was more inimical towards the descendants of Ali than Bani Umayyah regime was. Hence, instances of killings and burning by them were also more frequent than those by the Bani Umayyah regime. They subjected Ali's descendants to unlimited persecution and torture. Mansur ordered that Imam Ali's descendants be chained and brought before him from Medina. When they came to him, he ordered them to be imprisoned in a dark cell. In case any of them died, his dead body was not removed from there. Eventually, Mansur ordered the prison to be demolished on their heads. A Shia poet says in this regard, "By Allah, Bani Umayyah did not commit even 1/10 of the atrocities against Ali's descendants, as those committed by Bani Abbas." Abu Faraz says, "Though descendants of Harb committed serious crimes, they were less as compared with Bani Abbas." Sharif Razi says, "Although the first group Bani Umayyah committed many crimes, they were not as many compared with those by the second group Bani Abbas." Harun ar-Rashid did not fall short in putting the descendants of Imam Ali to torture. However, when the caliphate of Bani Abbas began to weaken and the government fell into the hands of the Turks, the Daylimis and Bani Hamadan, their fury decreased. All these crimes had a profound effect on the Shiite prose and poetry. Factors for the survival of Shi'ism. The following question arises in the minds of the readers of this book. How did the Shias survive despite such persecutions, whereas these bloody campaigns against them by their enemies commenced in the 1st century and continued till today? Shias survived even after crossing the river of blood, and today millions of Shias live all over the world, although normally, in view of the hardships suffered by them, no trace of theirs should have been left in the world. The Shias had no support, other than their faith, to face those difficulties. During hundreds of years of their campaigns they did not get to rule the state, and no one defended them. Whenever Shias rebelled, they were defeated and had to flee. To sum up, when the history of the Shi', as is about them being subjected to continuous persecutions and failed uprisings, what is the secret behind the resilience of Shi'ism? Despite all the hardships and difficulties, the Shias not only survived, but their population also kept increasing. The secret of the survival of Shi'ism is love for all al-Bayt, and the greatness of the teachings of all al-Bayt. If not for the excellence of their teachings, there would have been no trace of Shias today. Only the name of Shia faith would have been found in the books like those of various fabricated and man-made religions. There is no doubt that the teachings of all al-Bayt consist of the explanation of the realities of Islam, the commands of the Holy Quran and the objects of the Holy Prophet of Islam. These are in fact a set of rules and principles to distinguish between good and evil, and between truth and falsehood. In the view of all al-Bayt, the truth possesses a reality that is independent in the minds and intellect of the people, and that the beliefs and opinions, likes and dislikes do not have any effect on it. If all or most of the people agree about a matter being false while it is actually true, or they all agree that a false thing as true, it will not change its nature. In short, in the view of the all al-Bayt, truth does not depend on a large number of supporters. On other hand, according to them, individuals are recognized by means of truth. It is just as the Imam has said, and the Holy Quran has clarified. We brought you the truth but most of you disliked it. 43:78. In fact, he Muhammad has brought to you the truth but most of you dislike it. 23:70. The Holy Prophet has said, Ali is with truth and truth is with Ali. 48. It means that if all the people were on one side and Ali is on the other side, all others will be mistaken. But Ali will not have erred in his belief, because what the Holy Prophet has said is affirmed by the words of Imam Ali, and the Holy Prophet does not say anything on account of his personal desire. Hence the words of the Prophet are a conclusive proof for all, and none is permitted to argue against him. On the other hand, experience has shown that truth is independent by itself and does not depend upon the thoughts and words of the people. For example, we may see that the Legislative Assembly enacts a law with a majority of the votes or unanimously. But, after its enforcement, it is found that the law is erroneous, and the necessity of its amendment or cancellation arises. It is for this reason that the Twelver Shias believe that truth can be deduced from the book and the Sunnah. Under the influence of people's opinion, or opinion of the majority, truth cannot be dispensed with, because opinions are expressed under the influence of personal motives. Truth cannot be recognized through opinion because if opinion is according to reality, it confirms the truth, and if it is against reality, it errs. Opinions are expressed under the influence of personal motives, nature, and training, and are at times put forward owing to one's being impressed by the discourses of the philosophers and the thinking of the theologians. On some occasions those who express their opinions are ignorant and what they say is not based on learning, reason, or education. Hazrat Ali said that Jama'at means a gathering of righteous ones, however few they might be. It does not denote a gathering of people of falsehood, however numerous they might be. That is why to recognize the truth, the Shias rely on divine revelation, and not on the statement of the majority, as we have seen in the verse of Surah Zukhruf 49. Second, favoring of the majority and the support given to it by the government means wastage and suppression of the rights of the minority, because the minority is deprived of governmental power. There is no one who may enforce its beliefs or may have liaison with the government that does not, according to its belief, recognize it officially. It is on this account that Shias believe that Allah has expressed laws on every subject and that the means of knowing these laws are two great authorities, the Book of Allah and Al al-Bayt of the Prophet. The secret of the surviving devotion to Al al-Bayt becomes evident from what has been stated. In other words, its secret lies in the survival of the Quran and Ahadith traditions, because the Holy Quran and the traditions are the first and last sources of